afternoon, I'm Susie Nordquist. This is your midday news fix for Wednesday, the 28th of August. A psychologist is calling on the public to block and report accounts sharing the aftermath of Monday's horror crash on Auckland's southern motorway. Police are slamming the live streams of the crash that killed 3 people near Ramarama that included close-ups of the dead in the van. Clinical psychologist Dougal Sutherland says the public have the power to discourage the behaviour.
The last thing we want to do is comment on their social media posts, even if it's negative, because that will just feed the algorithm and make them more and more popular, which is what helps drive some of that behaviour.
BNZ expects house prices to remain flat this year, then lift by 7% over 2025. They don't think declines in mortgage rates will cause an immediate jump in the housing market. Chief economist Mike Jones says it tends to take a while for lower mortgages to feed through to confidence and prices. Concerns over students easily accessing disturbing content at primary schools, despite online safety measures. Online harm researchers have found pornography, sexualised animal content and self-harm videos on school-issued iPads at 6 Auckland primary schools. Government-funded software Network for Learning blocks sites, but it doesn't filter specific content. Parenting educator Holly Brooker says the experiment shows the system isn't working and most people have no idea.
Definitely the experience that we've found talking with lots of different teachers and principals is there is an assumption that the platforms are safe, the devices are safe, and they're not.
The police minister says the wheel of justice is turning too slowly following a major seizure of gang assets. After a 10-year investigation and court process, the Headhunters gang is being ordered to forfeit $15 million in properties and assets. Mark Mitchell says the court's ruling sends a clear message to gangs, but could have happened sooner.
We're constantly sort of scanning the horizon and looking at legislation and seeing whether or not it needs improvement, especially around justice and public safety.
There are growing frustrations in Greymouth, where a hilltop community remains isolated because of a major slip. About 50 homes have been cut off since Sunday night, while Grey District Council staff work on the active slip. Local Rory Riddell Taufari says the road reopened for a few residents to get down the hill yesterday afternoon.
And then when they got down and they came back, they were told that they couldn't come back up. So some of their cars are still sitting down at the bottom of the hill.
And more rain is forecast for the area for the next 4 days and is expected to hamper recovery efforts. To sport now, and some key upsets so far on the second day of the US Tennis Open. Here's Craig Gabriel from New York.
In a match between two major winners, Naomi Osaka has accounted for Yelena Ostapenko 6-3, 6-2, while the reigning world number 1 Iga Swiatek was given a bit of a test by Kamila Rakimova 6-4, 7-6, and former Australian Open finalist Danielle Collins has crashed out in her final US Open to Caroline Dolehide. Thanasi Kokkinakis has upset the 11th seed Stefanos Tsitsipas, and Yannick Sinner has rebounded after losing the first set to beat Mackenzie McDonald.
Olympic high jump champion Hamish Kerr has ended his track and field season. He was out of sorts in his first meet since claiming gold at Paris, finishing 9th at the Diamond League meet in Poland on Monday with a best clearance of 2.18 metres. And that was 18 centimetres short of his games mark. I'm Susie Nordquist, and that's your latest news fix. We will be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.